So I'm about to start doing some bits. I just thought I'll have a quick look how these figs are going. The tree's not looking exactly leafy as it normally would do on account of it being so dry, but it's still getting there. We do have some figs coming. These are the first ones of the year. So that's all going okay. So another job I've got to do is, because I'm just watching where I'm going, because Freya's digging little pits, or Loki as well probably, is that she keeps going for this, and I believe this one keeps helping her out as well. So when I let Lillian out, I piled some more blocks there, so I'm going to try and bolster that a little bit. The other thing that she started doing, and I'm sure Loki's been giving her instructions on how best to achieve her aim, is she's jumping up and ripping branches off, and she was actually up here this morning. They're both trying to get the almonds. Some of them actually look like they're splitting, and that is well too early. I should not be doing this. That is mad. It's maybe just a bad one. Maybe got a bug in it or something. Right, that's all I had to do. I think I've struggled to get them out now. Having a good sniff. Next, I'm going to start inside the caves. Today is Thursday the 30th, I think. I think it's the 30th. I don't remember. Days run away from me. And we're due 32 degrees. So I'm glad I'm going to be doing a little bit in the caves. I'm not going to be doing a lot, because there isn't a lot to do. So, as I said in the previous video, I want to chip all this off. I need to go in far enough, obviously, so it has a good coat. But I don't want to take too much off for no reason. So I'll get on with that. And it's literally just a case of just using wherever I put them, actually. Ah, there we go. Using the hammer. And I use a little spiky and go slowly. And then hopefully it shouldn't take too long, and it won't reveal that we've got to do major work. Yeah, so it's just this little bit, and there's a little tiny bit there. So let's see. But as you can hear, solid. This is also the second coat, so possibly it hadn't been wetted enough. Yeah, you can see where it's shrunk back a little bit, and there's the other stuff that's the line and gone over the top. It's actually breaking at the layer, so yes, it's definitely what I thought. It only went over the second layer. A bit disappointing, but at least it'll be fine now. Well, that job kind of grew. Note to self, don't rush. So, done all this. Found a few bits here. Just tapping around where I could see something not quite right. And it's all solid behind, I think, to get the effect so it all matched. It went on a little bit too thick, and again, wasn't wetted properly. However, this I thought was wetted properly. Oh dear. Anyway, it's nothing that's not fixable. So, more work. And this was the room that was our nemesis room, as we called it. We did the whole lot in a week, or maybe a week and a half, I can't remember now, but it was a mad rush after finding that half of this wall was not connected and it had been bodged up with yeso and chicken wire and all the rest of it. What we'll do is we'll put in the number of the video on a little card to show you this room if you haven't already seen it, and everything, and there might be a couple of videos. I can't remember how many videos we did it over. So we'll put the beginning one in, or one of the parts anyway. So that's this room done. So I can walk out of here now. That's all prepped. Here, I've got to take off as well, but it's solid. Again, I don't know. I think we topped up around here because we found a problem before. Again, in our mad rush. So, we'll see. I don't think that's going to be a big problem. And I'm just looking around now to see anywhere else. But you can still see where the moisture's coming through. The lime wash is there, but this is ground below. So you can see all the moisture. So all this discoloration, it's actually lime wash there. But when the lime wash is wet, it shows through, and it just feels damp. We must have a water problem somewhere. Well, that kind of escalated as well. I'm not very good at corners, it would seem. Anyway, I'll get it cleaned up, go and get myself a drink, and wait for Lillian.
Monday, midday, and the week's going really well. Positive things. My legs are healing well.
Yes.
I've been to the doctor. I got into trouble for not going immediately when it happened. I went a week later, but she says they're healing well and the swelling is correct. It will just continue to go down. You know what I mean? There's not a problem there. Yeah. That's good.
And the bruising, which has travelled down your legs, she said is because...
bruising accumulates somewhere and does just travel. It's gravity is what it is. So that's why it actually looks worse down at my ankles, whereas it looked worse nearer my knees before. So that's all good. And the reason why it's midday is because I spent the morning at the town hall. And I took down the paperwork that we hoped would be correct. It turned out it was correct. He took one glance at them and went, yeah, issue the certificate of compatibility for tourism. He said, just do it. Yes, it's good. I was like, okay, thank you. Took the paperwork to the lady and I went, it's correct. And she went, so that paperwork is going to be issued. Don't know how long that takes. She's putting it into the system right now. I will receive a phone call and then I'm going to go down and she's going to help me fill out the rest of the paperwork that needs to go with it to Valencia to request a tourist licence. So, midday on a Monday and the week's going really well. So having lost the morning to paperwork, which is not a problem because it's all positive, and because it's not too hot today, I'm going to give these burglar bars, rejas they're called here, a light sand down and then paint them the same green as we've done the other ones that are over there and the same as the wall and everything. We've decided that's what we're going to, anything that's painted metal, it's going to be that colour. So this kitchen door, yeah, it's not too hot out here, so it shouldn't be too arduous.
And since nobody came forward to buy our DIY fireplace, I'll put all the stones back where I got them from, because I'm going to need this wheelbarrow tomorrow for making lime.
Oh look, they were pale blue at one point.
Yes. Not orange or pink.
No, it's the walls that were pink, the tiles that were orange,
Yeah.
and this was shiny blue.
Pale blue.
Yeah, real pale blue, look.
Yeah. Okay, right. I'll let you get on with that.
Okie dokie.
I'll get rid of these stones. And that's it for me, really. I better get online, actually, while you're doing that, and check out some fencing.
Yes.
How you doing with your sanderizing?
Fine, but you're not going to believe it.
I will. It's just started raining.
It started raining. Can't believe it.
I know. That's why I come out.
Blue sky over there, so I'll keep sanding, but I can't paint and I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
We've got a 50-50 chance of rain for the rest of the afternoon.
And it's big rain.
Yeah.
Big globs.
Yeah.
I'll get it sanded, the rain will clean off the dust. I'll get painted another day. Oh, I don't believe it.
We had such a good start as well to last week. Didn't we? You breaking your legs and everything else.
That is big rain in my eyes.
I know.
Goodness sakes.
Oh well. Right, you finish off doing that and do you want me to put a kettle on for you just in case now?
Yes.
Or do you just want water?
No, put a kettle on.
I was going to say, if you just wanted water, just sit your head back and open your mouth. Still have loads.
I don't believe it.
I know.
Rain stopped play yesterday.
Yeah.
So I never got those painted. I did get them sanded. They've had a light sand. They'll just need an alcohol clean down or a hot water clean down and then painted. But I can't paint in bright sunshine.
No. That's a job for the morning because we'll get this line done.
Yes.
So we've ordered the fencing.
We have.
Don't know when it'll be here, but we've ordered it. The fencing part potentially could be here within the week. It's coming from somewhere in Spain, I don't know where. But the gates, they only make to order. They don't have them in stock, which is understandable. So we're hoping that they send it all as one instead of two separate deliveries, but it doesn't matter. So we've got to wait for that. So we'd better go on with this line. And yeah, it's getting better. It's happening, I think.
You're excited. You've been in the doldrums about it for ages.
Yeah. Well, we both have, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a little bit more excited than you are at the moment.
Yes, very much so.
Because I've got the easy part of not having to deal with all the paperwork.
So while Chris is making lime for me, lime render outside, I'm going to have to find a sponge and a bucket to wet my walls down with because we've now used the backpack sprayer to spray the trees. So it's got soapy water in it. And I'm not going to clean it out. It's just wasting water. So I'm going to find a big bucket, big sponge, and to wet everything down really well. I've got cardboard left from when I did that. I've still got to colorise the top bit of that. I can do that later, no problem. Put the cardboard down to save the floor as much as possible. So doing this a little bit different to how we did most of our batches. In this case, we're actually going to be using our lime putty that we've got. We've got a great big tub of lime putty in our outside laundry room here. So Chris is going to be using that rather than the powdered lime to put into the white sand. Already picked the white sand from the garden. We've got a pile of it up there safely away from the dogs. And yeah, here we go.
This is our lime putty box to be using for lime wash and also for doing this. You can use the lime powder which we have, which is the cal hydroxide.
Yep.
Straight away because it's already done as a powder. But we're doing it because we have it in this stock. We're not going out and buying another one just that small batch. We'll just do it as putty.
Yeah.
It works pretty much the same way. Measurements are the same. It's just that it's already got water in it, so you have to go a little bit higher to allow for the extra water that's in there with the measurements. So right, let's get it mixed.
So there you can see lime putty, white sand.
Yep.
Let's go.
Right. Okay, it's still not quite right. So I've just been to where we've got the lime putty, taking some of the water off the top.
Get it there.
Yeah, look at that. Still a little bit there.
I've got lime lime on the lens, and I'll clean that off now. But hopefully you can see how it's changed consistency. You've got some idea of how long this takes. This has been going maybe 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that is why, if you ever get a builder to do lime for you, lime render, lime construction, it's incredibly expensive because every mix takes this amount of time to actually make. Cement you can make, mix it together, add the water, 5 minutes later you're good to go. This is a good 15, 20, sometimes longer process just making the mix. Otherwise it just won't work. Sometime later, as they put on videos. Yes.
There you go, nice and sticky.
Yeah.
We can leave that now, don't matter, and just take it out as we want it, and then re-wet it if it needs it. And you've just had an exciting phone call.
I have. I've got a delivery coming.
Yes.
A new mobile phone.
Yay!
Hopefully, it's one that I like. It's one I was able to get, so we're gonna have to go with that.
Yeah. So that's it. So you won't be using the old phone.
No, that keeps not being able to make phone calls and dropping calls, and
Battery lasts about 2 hours.
2 hours. I ring my dad and my dad goes, I can't hear you, and I go, I can't hear you, and we have to hang up and we have to do it again, and yeah, whatever. New phone on its way. Exciting.
Yes.
It's not easy when you can't kneel and you're doing stuff down at knee level.
Yes.
But hey ho, it's what it is, got to be done. So I've sponge wet soaked the wall because I haven't got a sprayer like I already explained. Chris has bought me some mixing and I'm going to get on with it. First layer on, I've pushed it in really hard into the little crevices. Really thin layer. Going to leave that to start to start to solidify. Don't know, big words I can't find even though I'm an English teacher. And then I will come back and I'll give it a bit more of a shape that I like. This is too angular, I want it a little bit more rounded. But layer by layer so that it's got something to stick to. Otherwise you end up with a big thick dollop, which would eventually go off, but also might fall out.
You're on it. You are on it. Look at that.
Okay.
And you're putting in a rock.
And there's a big cavity here, so like we know it works.
Do you want the hammer to tap it in?
No, that's fine. It's not moving anymore.
Okay.
That's awesome. And then
That's got to be done over 2 or 3 layers, I think.
it is.
You may have to make a small batch or keep a small batch by and re-wet it tomorrow because we can with this because it's not NHL.
Yeah. Yes, because this is very crumbly, so I'm going to have to really shove it in to make it take.
Yeah.
And we already know the lime doesn't like taking to these plastics, so you have to kind of build up an edge and build up an edge, and then you do a second layer over it afterwards. I love working with lime, having worked with cement more recently. It's just, yeah, such an easy medium to work with. I'll become a lime sculptress. Not as in marble and chipping it out, but making things. Oh yeah, I have. I've made curvy-worvy walls in a cave.
Yes. So, next side, now we're going to do this patching up over here.
Yes. Now this patching over here, I know what went wrong. The lime doesn't like taking to non-porous rocks. And in both cases, the 2 bottom ones, they've got non-porous rocks. If I come down here, I'll show you. That is a rock. It doesn't like taking to that. It has had a go, but what it means is you have to actually make it stick by making it thicker either side and putting more of a layer on it.
Well, I think that was the problem, put it on too thick to start with.
You have to put a layer on and then build it up.
Yeah, but we was in a rush in here.
I know.
Absolute rush, so mistakes are made. Anyway, we're not keep going on about mistakes. We're looking at positives.
We're looking at positives, we're fixing
We're getting it fixed.
Yeah.
That's had its second layer on. Lillian says she's happy with that. It just needs a bit of sponging, but obviously she'll review it again soon. This piece here is now having its second coat on. And we've still got lots left. Better to have 2 months and not enough.
Yeah, for sure. Done for the day. Gonna leave that to go off. There is some bits that I want to top up another layer.
Yeah, that is gross. She's just been licking the line.
Well, she won't have any worms.
What a crazy dog.
She is. So what we've got left over from the mix is this. We are going to cover it. You can either cover it with a Hessian cloth, is what they used to say in the day. We're just going to use a plastic bag.
Yeah,
cover
see if it
over
works.
And see if it works and ready, still good to go for tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, it is 3:15.
Yeah.
Cover it over, put it in Julian's room because it's cooler in there.
Yes.
See what happens tomorrow. They say it's reusable. We've always said it's reusable. So
Let's prove it.
let's prove it. Okay, so look how bright it is in here. With the sun coming through the door.
I know.
The back.
The back light's on, but none of these are.
No.
Don't need it.
No.
So this has come up really well. Really happy.
Yeah.
It's a different beast to the NHL. This is softer still. So I'm just being able to rub it down. Rather than having to sponge it down, I can do it with a damp, just marigold glove.
Excellent.
Really happy. That's going to look bang on when it's painted.
Yeah. I'll not disturb you from doing that because it's a little bit rough there you're taking off a notice. Okay, so this side done?
Yes.
Yes. Have you still got to do this corner? This corner still needs doing?
This corner still needs doing, yes, because it's such a large area.
Yeah.
This is still finger soft, look.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I'm stepping away from that.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
I've faffed with its edges a bit,
Yep.
just so I don't get an obvious, well, I'm going to get an obvious edge, but not too obvious an edge.
Brilliant.
So happy with that.
And that wall there that we did looks brilliant as well.
Yes, once that's painted, you're able to tell the difference.
Yes. Okay. Right. Barbecue's lit. Dover's doing his normal.
Dover, leave it.
Yeah, we're trying to get him to stop with nice squeaky voices, but anyway, so I'll get the barbecue loaded because it's good to go.
Right, just tidied up from the mess that I made yesterday. Floor is relatively clean. It's all looking really, really good. It's taken nicely. Do the tap test on all the bits we've done.
Yep. And that one?
Tap test. All good.
Yes.
The one through there in that Nemesis bedroom, I want to do a little bit of a touch up on. Just I'm not happy with the shape. Okay, I know it's silly, but there you go. So we are going to get the bucket of lime that we left yesterday afternoon with the plastic bag over it, bring it in, give it a mix, and see if it's good to go like it should be. That's the royal we carrying it because it's really heavy.
It definitely worked, I think, because I've just spilt a little bit onto my foot.
Yeah, it's dripping.
I know. Can I get past you, please?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Thank you. You make a better door than a window, darling.
My bad.
Well, the water's surfaced to the top. Could you put it on there?
Yeah.
May I have the thing?
I was going to get gloves.
Just needs mixing in. The water's surfaced. That just needs mixing back in. It's good to go.
That is fab.
Yeah, it's hard, dry at the bottom.
Yeah.
Not dry.
Compacted.
Yes. There you go.
Experimental success.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Well, that took all of longer to remix it.
Then to use it. Works a treat. Absolutely spot on. Proof of the pudding will be tomorrow when it's dried, and I'm 100% sure it'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, thrilled to bits with that. We've always made mixes before, and anything that's left over, like where can we use it? We've ended up using it in the garden, and so it's like, just save it.
Yeah. The difference is not NHL.
100%, yes. NHL won't work the same way.
No.
This is cal hydroxycal.
Hydroxyda.
That's what I said.
You know. Look, I am the native, not Spanish-speaking person.
Look at the Ted Hilting. Look at me. I got it right, and you didn't.
Yeah. No, that's one of my arsenal of maybe 8 Spanish words that I know. Okay. Just saying. So, don't know what you're going to do with that now. Thanks for watching Tales from the Cave Side. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Drop us a like and leave us a comment. See you on the next one.